Here we go. Let's go. The gate is down and we're off. Supermini 1, 12-15. Again, Landon Gordon, Braden Johnson, Byron Homan, Canyon Richards, Luke Carnes, Oliver Weitzel, Deacon Dino, Caden West, Lorenzo Diaz, Cody Wells, Max Shane, Wyatt Harrington, Nathan Hummel, McCaden Fitch, Braden Carpenter, Cash Peterson, Logan Mortberg, Benjamin Moya, as well as Brett Steelman, Mitch Pierce, Cole Timbo. That was Seth Dennis, that's what I thought, on that number 93 KTM with the whole shot and the early lead. Certainly a heavy-hitting class. This one's going to be fun to watch this morning. Coming up next will be the 65cc 7-9. Some more riders out there. Lincoln Bartholomew, Jet Kellogg, Cash Anderson, Brennan Harrison, Emily Crossetti, Crew Ketton, Gunnar Hikilla, Chicken Killa. I don't know if that's, I might have butchered that, but it feels good. Feels good. Henry Vagel, SJ, Jace Coy, Nathaniel Orr, Max Bowling, Parker Harrington, Nicholas Stefancic, Grayson Townsend, Gentry Whiskers, Seth Dennis, that's your whole shot award winner. Stasic, Tanner Gorman, Gavin Newman, Aiden Bailey, off and rolling, and of course, on par. Morning, Zach Herron. What's up, buddy?
Good morning, Mikey. How are we feeling day two?
Good. You know what? I got to be honest. Today was the first day. I slept up until my alarm went off, and when it went off this morning, I go, oh, come on, you got to be kidding me. But it didn't take long. Once I got my nice warm feet on the cold floor in the cabin, I was ready to go, baby.
Yeah, eyelids a little heavy this morning, but the sweet sound of Superminis definitely helped wake me up here.
Amen.
And Seth Dennis off to an early start. Going to get the updated scoring here in just a second, and it looks like it is still Seth Dennis out front on the number 93 with Brennan Harrison sitting in second, McCaden Fitch rounding out the top three with Max Shane sitting fourth, and Benjamin Moya rounding out the top five.
Just outside of that, Canyon Richards, we saw some great things out of him earlier. Of course, he's the double duty guy, man. He's great in the woods. He's battling for a youth overall championship in that, and hey, he's no slouch when it comes to Moto. Matter of fact, I think that's where he started.
And Mikey, I just talked to his coach, Stu Baylor. He drew chip 41. So
wow.
Sitting inside the top 10 from a 41st pick.
How about that?
Pretty impressive for the number 16.
You better believe it, Zach. Unreal. 41st chip, man.
And he didn't even need the 10-second call to get him up there. That's Canyon
Those
Richards.
live engine starts.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. For him, that meant nothing. That chip meant absolutely nothing. Hey, they're letting me start with my bike running. That was all the difference in the world to him, for sure.
That's it. Outside of that, Wyatt Harrington in the number 7 spot, Logan Mortberg in 8th, Lincoln Bartholomew is one of the big names we mentioned in 9th, Nicholas Stefancic back in that number 10 spot. And Mega, I got to say, man, we've seen this all week. Some huge names outside of the top 10 as you look. Where'd he go? Nathaniel Orr back here. He's 21st right now. Landon Gordon.
Yep,
back
Grayson Townsend, Landon Gordon, Mitch Pierce back there as well. So these guys got some work to do early in this when you're absolutely not used to seeing names like that outside of the top 25. These guys normally very focused, know how important the start is, but that tells you how difficult it is to get a start here at Loretta's.
As we see your two leaders on screen, sending the full triple here into the sand section this morning. No problems right now as this track is super smooth as they make their way around that Thor sand sweeper. And there we go, another lap in the books. Seth Dennis checks it in once again with a 153.3 this morning. They are rolling here in Supermini 1.
Wow, look at that. Now that's first lap, so we'll take a look at lap number 2. These guys going to be in that sub 2-minute times this morning. This thing, you said looks great this morning, looks smooth. It absolutely does, but as you know, that's only a matter of minutes, only a matter of laps before this thing changes personalities on us. We're going to go from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde real quick out here this morning.
Absolutely, yeah. The clock is ticking before the ruts get deeper and deeper. I mean, yesterday we saw riders almost coming to a stop at some point because the ruts were so deep. But right now, as we get a view of our 10 commandments, look, one rider tripling through there. That's going to be a big thing for these Supermini riders. If you're able to get a good drive and pull a triple out, some riders maybe even 2 triples there, you're going to have a great opportunity to make up some time.
Oh, yeah, it's a matter of rhythm through there, Zach. No question. Options, options, options. Now, you have to be smart with your choices, no question. But when you set somebody up, You don't have to follow. You've got that option. And man, if you could put that 3.32 in there somewhere, that's going to be a big, big advantage lap after lap.
Such a good point, though. Just because you can doesn't always mean you should. And we've seen that even in the 65 classes. Some of them trying to pull a double out. Next thing you know, they find themselves on the ground.
Hey, this year at Red Bud, Zach, we saw most of your top 10 in the 250 not jump LaRocco's lead. A couple guys did. I want to tell you something. It did not really benefit their overall position whatsoever. All it did was increase their damage to blow a wheel, blow a knee, come up short, bounce off the top of that thing. So, you know, the old adage was, you jump for show, you corner for dough. Well, today there are certain jumps, man, that can make a big difference. I see you.
Something just happened on screen here. It looks like one of the riders had, I'm not sure if it's a bike malfunction. I'm trying to take a look out the window, but he came into that Thor sand sweeper at a high rate of speed and then pulled off to the side. Not sure. It looks like he's back up and running. But yeah, I believe that was Brennan Harrison, because Deacon Deno now moves into the second place spot.
Man, keep your eye on Deno too. That guy gets some momentum going. He gets the flow going. Look out. That guy can lay down burner after burner.
So there we saw the 56. Brendan Harrison is back up and running. Not sure if that was who I saw up there with the issues in the sand corner, but that sand been treacherous all day yesterday, but that's what makes it one of our favorite parts here at Loretta's. You have the deep ruts. You have that beach sand is what I always called it, and the riding techniques have to adjust depending on where you are on this track.
You're absolutely right. That's a sugar sand. That's a beach sand out there that you're familiar with. This stuff will not pack. It will not form. It's just going to scatter lap after lap after lap. What it will do, though, Zach, is get deeper and deeper for sure. Take a look a little further back. We were talking about some of these other names. Look at some of our times we're seeing back in 12th place. Crew Ketton, he's still doing a 159. Landon Gordon turning a 155 back in that 15th position. Gordon was about 23rd last time around when you pointed that out. So going to see big changes in a hurry. These guys know the essence of putting themselves in good position early. You cannot wait too long. You cannot let the leaders get away at Loretta Lynn.
And Megawatt, I can't stress how impressive that 155 is in traffic. And we're getting some information. It looks like Landon Gordon went down pretty hard on that first lap. So Gordon having to pick himself back up by the bootstraps and finds himself sitting in that top 15 position and running 155s in traffic, in the heat of it. I think he's dangerous if he gets some clear track.
Oh, listen, that guy's absolutely dangerous. So we just listened to Kevin Kazad said he had to pick himself up, went down pretty good. That tells me we might have a bent lever. We've got some stuff on the grips. That shifter may be bent. So Kevin's just helped. Whoa, two guys involved right here after the sky shot.
And now the red cross flag coming out.
24, that's Wyatt Harrington. Wyatt Harrington, he's up. It looks like he's grabbing his bike right now. Or actually, that's the 23 that's grabbing his bike. That's Max Shane.
Yeah, Harrington.
So Max is back up. Harrington over there behind the Kawasaki pole, and he's being attended to right now. We're going to get his bike off the track, and he's in good hands, Zach.
Yeah, without a doubt. Never good to see the rider separated from the motorcycle, but hopefully Harrington going to be okay as they try to get that motorcycle cleared off the track. And like we said, red cross flag coming out. That's a big adjustment for the rest of the field as well. Got to check up significantly, wheels on the ground. But hopefully rider's going to be okay as he's being tended to by staff.
Awesome. Clear track right now. Great job by our staff. Those guys make sure the safety of the rider is first and foremost concerned. Make sure he's protected. Then we're going to get that bike off the track. That's exactly what we did. Right now, though, Seth Dennis, 154.1. Deacon Dennis said, really? How about a 154.3 right behind you, son? McCaden Finch, 157. Brennan Harrison, 158. Look at this. Richards, Stefancic, 157 apiece. Mortberg, 159. Back to Crew Ketton, 158. And Landon Gordon turning a 156. That guy's anywhere from 2 to 5 seconds quicker than the guys ahead of him right now.
Yeah, taking a look back towards the backside of the top 20, Nathan Hummel also running a 159 there in that 19th spot. Look for him to be moving forward as well. And as we check back in, looking at some names moving towards the front. Richards now finds himself inside the top 5. And Stefancic there, I didn't really see him inside the top 10, and then he just kind of appeared.
Listen, that's one of those guys you want to keep your eye on. Nicholas Stefancic, that number 83 machine. Coming through, though, right now, lap number 5, Seth Dennis. Look at this. Again, a 154.5. Deno 0.3 quicker, a 154.2. That tells me Deno doing exactly what he needs to do. He's pacing Seth Dennis right now.
Problem for one rider. Canyon Richards' bike, I believe, just came apart coming across here. Taking a look over, and I do believe I see a bike rolling off the side of the track. I'm trying to get the number. I saw a huge puff of smoke.
Man, oh man, the number 16 machine, Canyon Richards. We just got done saying, Kevin, how important it is to keep these bikes. And there's a fine line between maximum horsepower and minimum life. Okay, it's a tough balance to get all you can get out of one and make it last as well. So these guys back there already, I can tell you what's happening. That cylinder and head's coming off. We're going inside. We're going to put new bearing, new piston, new ring in this thing, and hopefully we don't have to go into the bottom.
So a tough break for the number 16 who had just worked his way inside the top 5. And now he's gonna have to take on the role of dark horse in the rest of this championship fight. I know he still has the speed, but gonna have to regroup and come back for Moto 2. Now taking a look back on screen, there is the 93 of Dennis. And look at the style over there. Dennis just feeling extremely comfortable as he launches into this Thor sand sweeper around the Polysport pond. Taking full advantage of the track conditions at the moment. We're starting to see a couple of bumps, a couple of ruts forming, but nothing these guys aren't used to. Very similar to what I'd say probably a local track is like here. Some solid braking bumps, some good lines forming, but not the chewed up legend that this track starts to become. And so we've got Dennis still leading the way. Deno, it was about an 8-second lead, or an 8-second gap back to Deno on the last lap, but he did run a little bit faster of a lap time, and once again, he matches Seth Dennis, a 156.2 from Dennis, and a 156.2 flat for Deno there, Mikey. Deno in second place is on the move. He's cut it down to just about a 7-second lead, as now we're taking a look at the Husqvarna on screen coming through the woods. And look at the gap here, about 12 seconds back to third place. McCaden Fitch finds himself in the third place spot, also on the Husqvarna right there on the number 29. And he's got Brendan Harrison, and I believe that's Stefanczyk there behind him as well. So our freight train of riders making their way towards the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, outside of that top 5, Landon Gordon up there after a rough start, did not have a good start. Exactly, bingo. You got Landon Gordon turning and burning, baby, a 154.530. And again, after a not good start for Landon Gordon, he was one of the guys we highlighted, was well outside of that top 10. He's on the move up into the 6th spot. Plenty of moto left. He's going to be up there fighting for a podium.
So, Zach, for a couple laps in a row, our leaders, Dennis and Deno, about 154.5, 154.3. Well, Landon Flash Gordon on that number 4. He brings that thing around on lap number 6 with a 154, while those guys are running 156s. Fastest guy on the track right now, the number 4. Keep your eyes on him. Landon Gordon, one of the lone Cowie riders out there, repping for Team Green. Ryan Holiday, Fred Andrews, all the guys have their eyes on him right now. He's carrying the weight of the green team on his back.
And the lean, mean green machine is headed towards the front. Landon Gordon about a 1.5 seconds faster on that last lap than Nicholas Stefanczyk right in front of him, and only about a 5-second gap back to Gordon. So we'll see. Now riders checking in. Ooh, there Deno. He's continuing to keep this pace. Low 156, mid 155. Seth Dennis just checked in on 157.5. Deno, a 155.4.
So we're starting to see a couple back markers now. Some guys went down. You have to pick your way through. They might be in that fast line. Deno down to a 5.8 second gap, and there is lots of time left in this one, Zach. Deno keeps chewing away. It's pretty simple math, 2 seconds a lap, and we've got 6 minutes left. About 6-second gap right there could be overcome.
And I was doing a little peeking out of the window. Deno is within eyesight. If you can catch him, or you can see him, you can catch him. He's able to see Dennis coming out of the 10 Commandments. Right there, he's able to catch a
Oh, man down right below us. Flagger's on top of it. Fantastic. Getting him tended to right now. A couple guys already this morning in that big sticky sand section right there. Watching the surface wash around just a little bit. Going to get an ID, trying to look at the number right now on that back.
It's a Yamaha rider there. I believe that may be,
that might be Nathaniel Orr.
Yeah,
that's Nathaniel Orr is exactly who that is, and they're getting him fixed up right now. They've got him calmed down. He's in good hands. Going to get Nathaniel moved offside. Nathaniel wants off of that track bad.
Yeah, absolutely, and great job by the staff there, immediately getting out to him, making sure he's taken care of and covered up there. And so we will get, make sure he gets off the track clean there. Taking a look back on screen, your leaders.
So right now down into 4.5 minutes to go, Zach. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Deacon Deno, now your new leader.
How about that? Deno, no surprise there, though. The consistency of the lap times, it just went to show that he was a man on a mission. There we saw the number 93 of Dennis.
They're track. Right now, making sure we have our guy taken care of. That's the number 80. Making sure he is in good hands, and his safety is our first concern right now.
Right now, watching on screen, your riders headed back into Storyland. Going to have to wait till we get a little closer shot to check on those numbers. We're watching outside of the tower to make sure Orr is being taken care of. They've got him moved off of the track now. There is the number 93 on screen here. That is your early race leader. Let me see. He has dropped off of our chart here.
Yeah, Seth Dennis, where's he at?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe a transponder issue, but
so we saw.
So
well,
he's in 20th position, shown. I'm not sure whether he went down.
Yeah, he just keeps dropping position right now. So definitely off of the course, I'm sure.
There is the number 19. That is who we're showing as your leader, Deacon Deno, matching that last lap on 7, which I believe was a 156 with a 158 here on lap number 8.
And look who's still rolling. Landon Gordon, 156.6. Still 2, 3, 4 seconds quicker than the guys ahead of him. Now, right now, Gordon puts himself in the number 4 spot, fighting for that ever-position podium. Ever important podium position.
Yeah, Landon Gordon, he wants a medal here in Super Mini Moto number 1. And there goes the number 17 across the screen there.
Listen, man, keep those hopes alive. Like we say, 5, 6, 7, if that's your bad moto, that's where you have to draw the line somewhere around there. You have to be consistent. You have to put 3 together. You have to survive. But, man, you have to limit the damage in these early motos. Deacon Deno, again, a 152 this time around. So Deno really starting to open it up just a bit. So Deacon Deno last time around a 152. Landon Gordon 157, worked his way through some traffic. So Gordon not only on the podium last time around, he picked up 2 positions on that last lap. So he went from 4th to 2nd. So he jumps up to the 2nd step on that podium. Zach getting ready to make his way down to the podium. We're going to hear exactly how this thing played out. Going to hear Seth Dennis' side of the story here, maybe in about another minute and 30 seconds as this thing winds down. I believe the 2-lap card is out. A little bit of condensation on the windy here, but I believe we're looking at the card.
Can confirm 2-lap card out. And it got the white flag in the back pocket ready, locked, and loaded. So, and there it is on cue. Thank you, Kevin Kozad, with the call. White flags out. Deacon Deno, Landon Gordon having it out.
So on the white flag lap, actually just leading up the 2-lap board. A 1:58 for Deacon Deno. Still consistent on those times. Landon Gordon just about to check in. The gap was 18 seconds between Deno and Gordon last time around. Gordon able to pick up 2 spots. Took himself from the 4th position on to the number 2 step of the podium within 1 lap.
Impressive stuff. Yeah, looking at, there he is right there. I got to thank Megawatt now. White flag out. Hey, 16.9 seconds back. He's going to settle into that second. We're not pushing. No sense in making a mistake at this point. Deacon Deno, he just got to keep it on 2 wheels, bring it home.
Exactly. We talk about smart decisions. We talk about letting the races, the motos, the track come to us as riders. Now's the time for Landon Gordon to do that. Can he cut into that? Absolutely. No question. The guy's on fire. But risk versus reward. I'm going to take that guaranteed second. Not guaranteed, but I'm going to take that second place position and do all I can to solidify it right now.
That's right. That is absolutely right.
Yeah, and Kevin Kazad keeps stating him, dude, he was laying on the ground, and when I said he went down hard. So again, that tells me there could be a loaded up foot peg. There could be a bent shifter, a bent lever, the bars, the grips could be ripped. All these things are critical when you're putting down the fastest laps of the track.
Absolutely right. Supermini about to wrap up here. Deacon Deno doing his thing out in front. Coming up next is going to be that 65cc 7 to 9. So Megawatt, they didn't get to sleep in today. There was no hey, your first moto's at 10. Sleep in, little guy. Have you a PB&J? No. They're over there. They're rubbing the sleep out of their eyes still, and I guarantee you once
Nickelodeon was on this morning at 6 o'clock when they woke up.
No Peppa Pig for the kids today.
Man, I hope not. I have no idea how that kept showing up on the TV.
Weird, wasn't it?
We had automatic remote on the TV last night, Mikey. I have no idea how that kept happening.
Scary. Checkered flag flies. Deacon Deno is on his way down to the podium to talk with Zach Herron. And what an impressive ride by that young man. And you know what? He dropped the time. He was in that 156, 157 range in that last lap, 2:03. That tells me he said, ride smart. Smooth is fast, right? We don't need to go 100%. I just need to make sure I'm hitting my marks and weaving my way through lap traffic.
In the famous words of Mikey Wayne's, not going to risk it for the biscuit now, son.
Yeah, buddy.
Take it smooth, take it easy, take it as it comes right now, but get that first place any way possible. Landon Gordon ends up on the podium well outside.
Yeah.
I believe 23rd or 24th after the first lap. Kevin Kozad said he got up in 57th position, passed 32 riders on that first lap. So great performance by Landon Gordon. And look at McCaden Finch silently putting himself on that podium. Not much ado about it. Turning some 203s, some 159s, that type of thing. But McCaden Finch slowly picking off riders and putting himself in good position. So I thought they pushed that bike off the track. I thought that's what Zach said.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe that makes sense. Maybe some transponder issues, I guess.
Well, that's exactly what's happening, because we have him listed as first. We saw the bike slow down, then we thought it was pushed off the track.
So, well, hey, we know what? We're going to get the story. Zach Herron standing by. You can tell he's trying to get the details on it as well, but how about that? Well, that makes sense. All right, number 93. Take it away, Zach.
All right, guys. So, yeah, a little bit of controversy there. We weren't sure exactly what happened, but it is the number 93 grabbing the win here. Put your hands together. Supermini 1 also going to be grabbing the Stasic Whole Shot Award. And I know this is what you've been waiting on, man. Here is your gold medal. Congratulations. The number 93 grabbing your first moto win. Seth Dennis grab some shots there, and then we will get a word, like they were saying in the tower. Not sure whether it was a transponder issue or what, but we lost touch of him on your screen, man. We thought something happened. We were bumming for you. Look at, you must have just gone incognito mode on us. You're still up here on the box. Take us through your first race, man.
It's nice when you get the whole shot. It makes it easy on yourself. The track was not rough, just to say that. It was really just who held it on the longest, and I felt like I did pretty good. The quad into the sand was sick. Just a good moto all around.
I was about to say, it looked like you were taking advantage of the smoother track conditions, really setting down a fast pace, matching those 155, 156s. Were you trying to just push it as fast as you can to run away early?
Yeah, and then I was just trying to push as hard as I can. Got a little tired at the last lap, slowed down a little bit, just make sure I didn't make any mistakes, but I just felt good.
You did exactly what you needed to. You got yourself a gold medal. Who do you want to thank for coming out here to the ranch?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, Daniel from KTM Orange Brigade, Fox, Dunlop, Monster, Power Band, Twisted, Ethica, FCP, Scott, everybody else who supports me, thank you.
There you go. That is your first Moto winner here in Super Mini 1. Seth Dennis getting the job done. A fantastic performance there from the number 93. Going to chat with the rest of our podium as well. And so now we're going to get second place up here whenever they're ready. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get everything switched up here. Deacon Dino grabbing the silver medal here. Put your hands together, second place in the first moto of Super Mini 1. Deacon Dino, grab a photo, man, and then we'll take an interview here from you. Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Give our 65 class a chance to head out on the sight lap. And then Deacon can take us through his race. Ran up front majority of the moto, putting pressure on for the lead at one point. All right, I think we got most of them off, man. You're sitting up here, you got a silver medal around your neck. I know you were wanting a little bit more, fighting for that first place spot. How you feeling overall?
It's a really good moto. I had 31st gate pick, so I was on the outside, and I had a pretty good start. Came out like 5th, and then Brennan was ripping, and then I don't know if he had a bike problem or something. Got around him, and then pushed for the lead. And yeah, the track's not very rough, so it's hard to push for the lead.
Definitely looks like you've got the speed. Clearly the fitness is there as well. You're going to come out swinging here for Moto 2?
Yes, sir.
All right, who do you want to thank for taking you out here to Loretta?
My mom, my dad, Jesus Christ keep me safe. Gavin Grayson, my trainer, 100%, Monster, Ren and Bell, Rangeline, HB Moto Co., Pro Taper, and everybody else, thank you.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's second place here in Super Mini 1.
Thank you, man.
Deacon Dino. And then next up, we got the bronze here. Quite possibly the most passes I saw all race here. Put your hands together. Third place here in class. Landon Gordon grabbing that final spot on the podium. And Landon, grab you a photo, man, and then we'll talk about it because you were a man on a mission. All right, dude, so you're on the green machine, and every time I saw your name on the screen, it was green. You were moving forward. Take us through the feeling. How'd you come out in that first turn? Not a great start.
Yeah, not a great gate pick or a great start. I got a little too far back and started wheeling, and then I think I was just rushing a little bit, and actually took a pretty good digger, and yeah, dead last to third.
Yeah, you got to be feeling confident about that. Even though I'm sure you're wanting a gold medal, you've got the speed, and you had to put in a whole lot of work to get that bronze. You're in this title fight for sure still.
Yeah, glad I could bounce back from that.
Hey, you got some great people behind you as well. Who do you want to thank for getting the job done?
I'd like to thank Lord keep me safe, the whole family, Team Green Kawasaki, Mario, Ryan, and everybody else, Derek, and Alpine Star, Christian, 100%, Nick and Dave, Pro Circuit, Mitch and Snikey for everything, and yeah, Alpine Star, Dunlop, Throttle Syndicate, AP Designs, Monster Army, everybody else, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting the job done, Landon Gordon working his way all the way up to the third place spot here in Moto number 1. Guys, that's going to do it.